You see, during political seasons, yeah, some creatives have, I say, automatic magnets, have a way of coming together, whether by hook or crook. And it's the bond here is the political party that binds them. Wako baby, as an artist, out of your jurisdiction, they are supposed to give you maybe a place of stay, hotel or whatever, and they don't. That one, if you abandon the show, unless Obi and Adwin Ejuma.
Unless you also did something wrong, but you don't want to tell us. Because you knew that if you don't go and you leave, maybe legally they can take you on. You'll be liable. So
you wanted to hit the stage
for them to know. Exactly. Exactly. So for me, I'm with him on keeping the standard.
You will not see Lewen mingling with Kwekumenu. You will not see Lewen mingling with Akabineza.
Yeah.
But then, let a political season arrive. Let the regional minister say, oh, I want to meet creatives. That is when you see all of them in one room.
Agya Nimoh is not like those people that
command 50,000 a body.
What share Agya Nimoh standard?
You might 50,000.
So what they are saying is true. What they are giving, they can't mention it because of Agya
Nimoh standard.
But Enke you will be full.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
Danny Beats Classic.
It feels good to work throughout Monday to Friday. Then after, you can comfortably say, let me take a rest for some 2 days so that I can come back re-energized for the task ahead of us. Meanwhile, in Ghana, we are also hearing that now if holidays should fall on either Tuesdays, Wednesdays, we are moving it to the weekend. So either we're going to have the holiday on a Friday, on a Monday. Hey, we have been praying for that thing. All this one have been, why can't we do that thing? Then you'll be working from Monday to Tuesday, holiday on Wednesday. We come back to work from Thursday to Friday. Then the whole week, it looks bizarre. But now, the weekends will be long. I hear one is even ahead of us soon.
Of course now.
July. 1st July. So it has moved to which of the weekends?
4th.
So
July is on Tuesday. And it has now been moved to Friday. Which is the
Friday.
4th. Yes.
So that Friday is a holiday.
Yeah.
Then the Saturday you play the President Cup.
Yeah.
What a long weekend. This is how it should be. So that when you are traveling, you can add some more days. Unlike we're gonna day back until Thursday. Nanka Ashe Friday.
Monday you go to a Tuesday holiday, Wednesday then you go to
Thank God for whoever thought like a human being.
Like
thank God, because all this while I go to London and when you hear their bank holiday, it's like a season.
1 week.
Because it doesn't happen. They get back into full weekend. I enjoy fine, but holiday no you because now you don't know whether to chill on the holiday or to chill the day before the holiday.
Because
I don't know if you know that.
Oh yeah.
Because when you chill on the holiday, the next day you are working.
You are going to work. You go to work like a zombie.
Now we can really enjoy our holidays. But still, we still have to work. Now, let's look at this. Black Sheriff has said something. And because Roland is in the same industry with Black Sheriff and he has been going the same lanes that he's been going, I want to start this with him. He thinks that Ghanaian artists should not lower their standards for event promoters in Ghana. And this particular issue is a tight issue. So let's discuss it very heartily and to make sure that all parties are doing good. Now, what are we saying? They are saying that when it comes to Ghanaian promoters, the standard that they see out there, playing with Live Nation, playing with Afro Nation, playing with this and that, they want to set Ghanaian promoters at the same level. I saw the story and I said, oh, like it is good. But do they have the same muscle as Live Nation? Do these artists even treat them the same as Live Nation? For instance, a black sheriff will go and play a gig with Live Nation. He will not take a dime from them. They will say, oh, let's go and play. They will sell tickets at O2 Shepherd Bush, however. When we are done, then your share as the artist or the performer, we give you your share. So now that they want the people to be at the same standard, are they ready to do the same thing with them? So when I saw the story, I said, well, it's a more idea. I say, oh, send me what you say, oh, Kenyan but come to think of it, so these are promoters in Takrady. With me, I coffee 300,000 out. And then I call the bedding. Honestly, guy, me will up a standard. Into baby, you know about 1 million Ghana cedis. Obenya he. Obesa friend wine him. Running common mummy. What Black Sheriff is calling for is not bad. But is he thinking about only himself or is thinking about the whole ecosystem? When I read the story, I said, well, she's saying something now. When we are dealing with Ghanaian promoters, we deal with them like the way we deal with the international, the standard. We will not bring our standard down. Say, hey, okay.
The thing is that if I am okay, then we are okay.
That is so.
If I am okay,
so it is his standard. So everybody should also level up.
If I am okay, we are okay. If I am not okay, then you can sleep, but we are still not okay. Because I am not okay. You see, the way you introduce even the topic says it all. This is a very sensitive ground. And it is a two-way street conversation.
Okay.
Yes. Calling for you or people respecting your standard or whatever level you would want to go is the best thing for you to do. I mean, we are service providers, even as promoters or even as musicians.
Okay.
You provide a service to the audience. So in every way, we look for the best way or the best condition to provide that service. Now, it is the condition that is in contention here, right? Between the promoters and the artist. In order for the artist to render that beautiful service of entertainment to the audience. That is the reason why we will not lower our standard. Now, they are forgetting that sometimes the terrain is different. And like you rightfully mentioned, sometimes the conditions are different. But to be so back, okay, does that mean that we should also pamper those who are not doing their things right? So we do something mediocre here? No. That is why you need to juggle. You need to massage. That is why there are certain points that you need to go hard. And there are certain points you need to compromise. Even the people that we think, oh, because we've gone to see what they are doing in Tino, we want to hold standard and come and use it to press our people's neck. Even they themselves, they compromise. At certain point in time, they compromise. There are certain situations that you find yourself, and I don't know whatever decision that you take, it is only somebody that is not reasonable that will not side with you. Wako baby, as an artist, out of your jurisdiction, they are supposed to give you maybe a place of stay, hotel or whatever, and they don't. That one, if you abandon the show, unless Obi and Abi Ejuma, or maybe you go, they treat you badly when you go there. There are certain conditions, there are certain things they are supposed to provide for you, they don't do it. And this is even a communication that you've had with them in terms of you providing them with your rider, your needs, and things that you need before you render your service. I agree. So, man, yeah, you have every right to back off. And don't me if I'm coming, don't me if I'm here. But when it is about what you want, whether they have it or not, that is where the problem now will be with you. And you see, when we talk about standard, Nti I started by saying, say, if I am okay, then we are okay. Is that sometimes the people at the musician side of the whole conversation forget that promoters also have a standard. Promoters also have certain requirements they want.
Okay.
That is why there are certain artists, they wouldn't give them certain amount of money. But you will come and vex and insult them and tell them that they don't want to see you get money. But they are also looking at a certain standard, a certain value, that the person that if they say they are paying him 200,000, that person should bring a certain value. You don't reach that value, but you want them to treat you that way. And you see, there are other conversations that will also come from the musicians' camp that the event organizer can also tell you. You've booked an artist for a show. You see the standard that they are talking about. You've booked an artist for a show. There are certain things that you need as a promoter from the artist in order to use to promote your show to get people to patronize it. One, promotional materials like pictures and flyers and stuff. Two, the event endorsement video. Once I did, it is a crew. You see that event endorsement video? It is like war. It is like war between Ghanaian event organizers or promoters and artists. But what do we see? What is the attitude that they give the people that they have gone to watch the standard from? 3 months, 4 months to the show. Now we know we're live. And I'm coming to London, I'm coming to the Germany, I'm coming to the here. Oh no, nobody force him, nobody push him. The person will do about 10 videos, go on their social media pages, and you will see the events scattered everywhere, plastered on their social media pages. But when they come, you see the event that they are talking about, the one that happened in Takrady. I did not see it on Black Sherry's page. I did not see it. He did not post it.
It's true. In fact, we all never heard about it until the Yawa.
He never coughed about it. Is that how you treat the Bush Shepherd Empire show? Is that how you treated the Live Nation promoters? Is that how you treated whichever show that you played outside our jurisdiction? So you see, we understand you want certain kind of standard. In fact, we all want it. We don't want to be doing things the same way. The world is growing and we want to grow with it. But then we should also know that it comes with attitude check. The promoters are not saints. I'm not saying the promoters are saints.
No, they are not.
When you go to the musician side, they will also tell you some of the things that the promoters do to them that sometimes also get on their bad side.
Of course.
Yes. And
including not giving good read.
Boca.
Including you understand? They will also tell you certain conditions that promoters take them through. Oh, Yamoska, oh, dear Jehaf, Usiya, Usiken. Usiya, Sikano Wanya. You see them running helter skelter. One year, you not even set eyes on them. So it is a two-way street kind of conversation. He should know that there are people who want to keep that standard. It is there. There are people who want to keep that standard. When you meet them, working with them is seamless. There are some shows that we play, like the GT Bank show and other shows that we've played. Seamless. Because the people who are handling the show know what they are about. You tell them you want A, B, but when you meet such promoters now, no, or J, Obi 50 Ghana will get and sign on their Tunsuya Mawa. It is hell for you as an artist.
Problem. Well, Chamo, Black Sheriff is calling for an action.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about this.
I agree with him that he shouldn't lower his standard, but he should come with the same attitude that he will be giving to those outside, like he's trying to do the I think he will not, in fact, he dare not even go late when he's playing outside and they have booked him for whatever show. No, he can't give any excuse if he's late. There are certain things that it will not even occur to him that he should try.
Yeah.
But he will come here and walk over the promoters in Ghana here, or the local promoters. So if he wants to keep the standard, I am with him. But he should keep the same energy. It shouldn't be different. You want that the standard that you get when you go outside, because they will pay you whatever you are asking for. You agree before you go there, and they will deliver whatever that you are looking for. The same way, you don't give them any attitude. You go through it the way you're supposed to. I think he can bring the same thing here. Okay. But he should keep his side of things. Like, there shouldn't be any fault coming from his side. If he's supposed to do a video, they shouldn't be calling him to do the video. Yeah. You should do it, because elsewhere they don't. Yes, elsewhere they don't even do your part before you can ask for the standard that you are looking for. Because sometimes our musicians, when they go outside there, their attitude is so different. Yeah. But when they are here, it is something else. They don't really, in fact, they ask for even we in Ukraine, we papa, we papa. Marry one of every baby. Young one to me said, and you know, for me, I agree with him that he should keep the standard. If he can also keep that attitude, the same attitude that he will give to those outside, if he can give people here the same way, I think with time people will know him for it, and they will not go against it. They will do it exactly as he wants it. But it will also depend on the fact that he will go by his side of the things. Okay. Like I said the other time, the risk of him going on stage was, for me, was needless. It was a risk that they took that I think they shouldn't have done it. Because whatever promise that they gave you, they didn't fulfill it. So what was the need for you to go on stage? Unless you also did something wrong, but you don't want to tell us. Because you knew that if you don't go and you leave, maybe legally they can take you on. You'll be liable. So you wanted to hit the stage for them to exactly. Exactly. So for me, I'm with him on keeping the standard, but he should also give the same attitude that he gives outsiders. And if that's the case, why not? I think giving the standard, people will learn. I think even if people will see that, okay, with Black Sheriff, the way that he goes about his thing, this is nice, there's no issue coming here, and if you make a mistake, you pay for it. I think other musicians will learn, other promoters will learn. So keeping the standard for me is a good thing, but don't ask for more from the promoters, but you give less when you are in Ghana. That one there, it will not help anybody. But apart from that, I'm with him on this one.
Well, so we wish all promoters and artists well as well. We want them to have that synergy, that energy, so they can always do it. Because if they don't come together, it will be hard for us to do this. Especially when one starts setting standards. Then it is going to be very difficult, because no matter what you do, you have to perform as an artist. At a point, you need to go out and perform the song that you have recorded for the people. It's part of brand building. So if you make things so difficult and so hard for them to manage, it will be some way. So I still pray that they find a way to make it win-win for the artists and for the promoters. With that, the industry will still be revolving and everybody will be fine. Now, Kojo Boateng Akoto, Chemo knows him very well.
Yeah.
He has been a radio person from Kumasi through to City FM and now with multimedia, alongside being a farmer. Yeah, now he's into active farming. Sometimes I follow his post on social media and he's really making inroads in the farming industry. He's spoken on Hits FM, or I think on Joy FM 1, and he's saying that he has realized something among Ghanaian people, especially those in the arts industry. He says most of them, though they are not politicians, but unfortunately they become very active during political seasons. Since they are not politicians, who they are supposed to be doing their creative works here and there, but they rather become active during political seasons.
What I've noticed about the showbiz space is that we get active during elections.
Yep.
And people largely go with their stomachs and not the
betterment of
betterment of the. And we are so divided. Look, in the other spaces, we are divided, right? But we do business, and everybody sees their profit and loss accounts at the end of the year. So even though some people are NDC, MPP, we all agree that we need to make our 5 billion.
Yeah.
So whether it's NDC or MPP, when you sit around the table, push them so that we hit our 5 billion.
The stakeholders.
Yes.
And you guys, it's a federation, right?
Yes, yes.
It's a federation. So obviously,
So
different
we have
groups.
we have FAGE, we have Chamber of Agribusiness, we have even the AGIs, which also do their stuff in this regard.
I've been thinking about the truth and the lies in what he's saying. I said, well, let me bring it to the board of directors. Maybe it is true, maybe it is not. So we can have a conversation. Jamu, your man, what he's saying.
Yeah.
What is the truth? What is the lie in there?
He has a point, but it's a mix here. When it comes to musicians or creative doing their things, I don't think at any point in time they are not so active. They do what they can do. But yes, you see more of them during the political season because politicians will use them, or politicians at that time will also increase demand for their services.
Okay.
So I think that's why we get more of them during the political season. I think that observation is true. I mean, and we have some musicians or creatives that you will not really hear much of them in terms of even their personal event activities happening. But during the political season, for some reason, some of them get the call up from the politicians.
Okay.
And some also will do it voluntarily. For the hoping say honorable they will get something. Yes. So what he's saying, I think the observation is right, but I'm not so sure, or I'm not with him when it comes to the fact that as if it is intentional that they only want to be more visible when it is political season. No, it is what is the season will call for that kind of thing. And they get more services at that time too, and I think it's part of it. And we can all testify to the fact that politicians will ask for more during that time too. Now that we are not in any political season, we don't hear politicians calling musicians or entertainers in any shape or form to work with them in any way. No, they don't do that. So what should they do? They will also do their thing that sometimes you may not hear of them. But when they are attached to a politician or political people, obviously they will be more visible. And I think that's what is happening. So for me, there's no problem here.
It is not evil.
It is not at all. There's no problem here. And for the creatives or the musicians especially, they also know that when you get yourself into the politics nowadays, and they're bad as how. They're good, yes. And they can, in fact, some people will even go to the extent that some people who have made it in life or in that circles, then when they attach to politician or a political party, then people will start saying that all that they have achieved in life is because of that political party or the being closer to a politician. And we can use Agya's example.
Okay.
Agya see me that I say or they know about joining politics. And what to me is in that. Meanwhile, why do for so many years. So if for those who believe that it is because Agya got closer to politics, that's why he was able to put up that huge mansion. Then obviously others will also try. Almost so a drew honor say kind that one they will do it. Some is voluntary work, some they will get demand from the politician. So for me, I don't see anything wrong with it. It is the market bringing them that, and they are taking advantage of it. Just that the observation is right. They are more active. We see more of them during the political season. I mean, it's true. I don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah.
Maybe Kojo Boateng would want to see is that these guys are doing their thing. They shouldn't even look at the way of the politician. They should continue to be active, whether political seasons are in or not. They shouldn't only wait till, because now, like you said, when the season was on, we saw them actively here and there.
Yeah.
Now the political season is dead. Are they dead with the political season?
No, really. They are doing their thing, but they will not get visibility like when it is political season.
Why?
And it's not it's because of the politician. Because at that moment, the politicians are the
Pays
ones that, yes, they pay for their services, they give them extra, and politicians at that time are more visible. So if you are attached to them, if you are closer to them, obviously you also get the same visibility, or you get
attention.
more attention, yes. And I think that's what is happening.
Okay. Ro, are you also with him on his observation?
Yeah. It is yes for some people, and on a larger scale, it is no.
Okay.
Yes, it is yes for some people, because yes, there are some people who you may not even hear of them release a song or a project. You may not even hear of them performing or making noise about their craft, but you only see them very active in the space during political season. There are some people that will release songs like once a year, once a year, but during political seasons they can drop like 2-3, all in support of their political parties. So to those people, yes, it is true. And it is also true when you also look at it from this angle. You see, during political seasons, some creatives have, I say, automatic magnets, have a way of coming together, whether by hook or crook. And the bond here is the political party that binds them. Okay. So, uja in the space, you realize that, just like, a typical example is the Kumawood Stars, for example. Left to them alone, you see them. We have some you will not see Lewin mingling with Kwekumenu. You will not see Lewin mingling with Akabineza.
Yeah.
But then, let a political season arrive. Let the regional minister say, oh, I want to meet creatives. That is when you see all of them in one room. But normally, they would not even give you something that even looks like a united front. Not even a united, like something that looks like itself, they will not give you. But when it is that time of the year, when it is that season, that is when they can even like compromise and give you that posture of, oh, we are in a united front. So in that aspect, it is true, because after political seasons or after political campaigns, hardly do you see musicians come together to even fight for certain things that they want, or hardly do you see creatives come together to fight
for some good deeds for the system.
We are in a country where we see the last time it was nurses that went on strike. Right after nurses suspending their strike, it is teachers that I saw them in front of your friend is in Parliament House sleeping on the floor.
It's different.
I know it is different. No,
this one, the teachers, they have worked, but they have not been paid.
I know
it's different from going for strike for what you
I know it is different. You see, this is somebody that has rendered the service and wants something to be done for them. I know it is different, but my point is that can we also get similar conversations or similar ones where musicians want their royalties to be done for them, and they will also want to find a way to demonstrate? Besides, they are also actively working. You understand? But if their royalties is not working in the system, they have every right to come together and demonstrate anyhow they can to do it.
Demonstrate to who?
Demonstrate to the right authorities, because the people that handle their royalties and stuff, it's a government office, it's a government institution. It's not a private one. You understand? Yeah. So if not for anything, these are the same politicians who during campaign seasons come to promise you that when we come, we will make sure it is fixed. So if it is not fixed, you should hold them accountable. That is what I'm saying. But you will not see them. The only thing you will see is individuals throwing shots, and then Shatta Wale be releasing Gamro, where is my royalty? Then you see another person, no, this was so on Twitter, and I got 25 CDs, and I'll be so, and I got 300 CDs. But hardly would you see them come as a united front to fight for something. And that is where I believe he is coming from. Okay. But on a larger scale, it is not as if they are only active during elections. No. Some people are doing their own thing. You see them more active or more visible because the politicians trumpet what they do extra. And to say they all know what 10,000 or they promoting. During election time, because the politician wants the influence that the person has, the politician can add 20,000 to his 10,000 to promote him. Because why no mama political party be, so they want to promote it.
Okay.
They want to trumpet it. You understand? There are certain songs that for the past years Nasi has released that has gained some airwaves. But we all know that it cannot be compared to the drive that his political songs had. There's this guy, I think so not now, so they all know they be releasing my NDC. As a Tongo, say a Dungu, he has some. No. There is another one.
Okay.
Some NDC guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, they be our Otran people for Chisa. Yes. Akwadanyame, thank you. How many times do you hear Akwadanyame songs in the year, like when it is not an election year? But man in election year, radio station be abebo. Because the politicians are behind it, trumpeting it double and triple. In that sense, you can say, oh, then these people are only active during election time. But there are some people who are doing their thing. But to do election now, politicians for yes, so it is 50-50. Yeah. It is 50-50. Yes, to some extent, I agree with him. Say sometimes the musicians also, or the creatives in general, sometimes are also relaxed, especially when there are certain things that they feel it is supposed to be done for them. But now they see a basic auditorium amount. You see auditorium among the creative art industry, not just musicians. They could see amphitheater, then everybody will keep quiet. But meanwhile, everybody also knows that amphitheater, it is as useless as anything. It will not do anything for the creative art industry. Besides, we have auditoriums that are even better than the amphitheater they are going to build. Why? Because we think, okay, we will keep quiet. But meanwhile, at the end of the day, they will do it and they will still come and put it in your name and tell you that, oh, we use this and that amount of money to do it. And it is all coming from one Kasa Uboto. It is all coming from the national kick. So in that aspect, I agree with him to some extent. But generally, there are some people that can be excused from this conversation because
the name you were looking for is Michael Adangba.
Michael Adangba. Thank you.
Yeah, Michael Adangba, that's the name.
Yes.
On no say Obekoshimwa.
Election time. 4 years.
Meanwhile, he's a great songwriter.
I tell you, the kind of songs the guy writes,
Hey.
The kind of songs he writes.
He's a political musician.
You see, so in with this kind of artist,
he comes every
4 years. That is where Akoto's comment. It will be linked to this kind of person, but there are not many in the system.
But for him, he's making it, so he wouldn't.
Oh no, that one I'm not. I don't have a problem
because
with it.
Because from the source to be a closer to him was Ojipa.
Oh yeah, I agree. But you see,
Ojibam.
Otimidi trying to check.
Pa. It's Ojibam pa.
I see.
So you see, I'm even talking about the connection to the statement Akoto made. You understand? If we are looking for people who are not active but are only active during political seasons, Michael Adangba is a typical example. What I say, but people like Michael Adangba too, there are not many in the system. So you can't generalize it and say the entire creative arts industry is not active until political seasons. Because there are some people who are doing their thing. Ken Promise on here, Onrilizi, Ken Paluta Onrilizi, Shatta Wale Onrilizi. They've been doing their own thing, going on tours, doing their own thing. But just that during election time, now whatever they are doing is being trumpeted like 2 times or 3 times. That is when you think they are being overly in your face. But it is what it is. They are doing their thing. See, one person statement here. We should share Michael Adangba. Now they are Tony. Oh, they are man.
Interesting times indeed. Now let's look at this one finally to run away from here, and it's about Agya Nimoh. Agya Nimoh.
Grandpa.
Now, Chemo, I'm hopeful that we'll be visiting Agya Nimoh very soon.
Very soon.
Yeah. Probably.
Next month.
Next month. Next month. You'll be going there to visit him. I want to believe.
Exactly.
And
so.
everybody.
Then let me believe with you. Precisely.
Yeah,
Precisely
precisely so.
so.
So you guys should keep your eyes on the road. It will surely happen because it has to. Now, remember President John Dramani Mahama asked the Minister of Tourism, Abdullah Gomashi, and her team to go visit the gentleman or the legendary musician before he passes on.
Of course.
Indeed, they have gone there. Now, what happened there? Do you know why I'm interested in this story? I'm interested in this story because they, as a ministry, they have gone there. You want to see what happened, so that in future, Shatta Wale goes there.
You know what to do.
We will compare.
You guide.
What happened there as well. Then you see one individual against a ministry. I don't know what Shatta Wale will do when he goes there. But I just want us to put this down.
Receive advice.
You
receive advice
That
from
is where
Agya Nimoh.
you go and ask.
And then you ask your
the
question.
better one.
The better one.
The better
Exactly which one
You
is
go
the
and
better
ask
one.
which one.
That one is there.
Yeah,
But I
you
want
have
to see. So I'm going to read the story. You guys tell me whether what you hear will be impressive to you or not. And it says, Tourism Minister visits music legend Agya Nimoh, reaffirms support for aged creatives. In fact, many the head I said Tourism Minister visits Agya Nimoh ahead of Shatta Wale.
Any impression?
So the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Honorable Abdullah Gomashi, has paid a courtesy visit to celebrated Ghanaian high life musician Agya Nimoh at his residence in Kumasi. The visit forms part of President John Dramani Mahama's broader commitment to ensure the welfare and dignity of elderly citizens, particularly those who have made significant contributions to Ghana's cultural and creative heritage. Now, speaking during the visit, Honorable Gomashi acknowledged Agya Nimoh's invaluable role in shaping Ghana's musical identity and reaffirmed the government's pledge to support aging creatives. This is not just a symbolic visit. It is a statement of care, recognition, and responsibility, she said. In a heartfelt address during the visit, Honorable Gomashi recalled President Mahama's call to action at the launch of the Black Star Experience, where he asked, "Why wait until our legends are gone before we celebrate them?" She emphasized that those words have since guided her and her team, compelling them to act swiftly to honor living legends. And this is a quotation: "We do not know the hour of birth. We do not know the hour of our birth, nor the moment we depart this life," the minister said. "Therefore, while we are still planning a formal celebration to honor the trailblazers and elders in the sector, those on whose shoulders we stand, it felt only proper that we come here today." So she described Agya Nimoh as a revered chief in the realm of Ghanaian culture and presented him with a hamper, a modest token of appreciation.
A modest token.
A modest token of appreciation.
I like that one.
And an additional envelope to support the musicians who performed in his honor. So I'm sure whilst they were there, some musicians performed in his honor.
Yes.
So the man was given a
modest
hamper, a modest token, and an envelope,
additional envelope
to support the musicians who performed in his honor.
Yes.
In response, Agya Nimoh expressed deep gratitude to President Mahama and the ministry for the recognition. And he said, "This is not just for me, it is for all musicians." He remarked, calling on the government to establish a national museum dedicated to the creative arts, where the works of musicians and other creatives could be preserved for posterity and serve as a learning resource for future generations. And I'm sure it is enough. They have taken the lead though.
Yeah.
The Sudi can or quarter.
Now
indeed. Are you impressed with the story you read?
I am.
Okay.
And I'll start from the latter, which is Agya Nimoh's statement.
Okay.
By calling on the government to build a national museum. This has also been one of my wishes. Just like your wish, one of your wishes was to move the holiday from a weekday to a weekend.
It's left with one last wish.
Social media in schools.
Thank you.
I know that one too. It will come. So it has been one of my wishes. That is why cathedral no musi. I've said it here before. Say common dedicate sad yearning in farmer creative art. Yen chem musicians deni
Nyankopon directed here, sir.
We wanted to get closer to God. Now all the
God has
back
not
is
directed
the
us
thing.
like that. Yeah.
Any to swimming pool among for You see, it is a very good call.
Okay.
And I wish that the government will pay heed to it, and maybe if there is the chance or they can do it, they will do it, because it will go a long way to help the country.
Okay.
Now, the reason why I'm saying I'm okay with the story is also because at the end of the day, it is not a competition.
Okay.
You understand? I wouldn't want us to treat this as a competition. It will go back and it may not affect the ministry or the people that went there on government's behalf, or even Shatta Wale. But others that are sitting there somewhere. Because if Shatta Wale is to go and pay homage to Agya Nimoh, show his respect. If he has something to give him, he will give him. That's all. The moment we want to raise that comparison, okay, the entire ministry went there to give him this, and an individual went there to give him that pay, we now indirectly tend to put pressure on others. Into your china, so penny bin so bo before frodi, na nipa no so ka so me pese me kosrada. Now the person will be there. They are top pressure to nipa na pampa. Hey, ministry call here, they gave a modest token of appreciation and an extra envelope. Shatta Wale so
hamper.
And a hamper.
Yeah.
Shatta Wale so call here, Shatta Wale so they say I do show boy. Gove. Now
yeah, can modest too. Yeah, beko be beka.
Now the person will also be thinking, will be there and be thinking, say, hey, see, I did me call ye, because man, I'm back, let's hear that So, me, I am okay that they did not mention any amount, and in fact, they know the outcome of this conversation. If they go there to mention, oh, and we are presenting an amount of 50,000, the ministry doesn't need that.
Okay.
For individuals like Shatta Wale and stuff, well, you can do it. If that is, if you want to, you can do it. It adds up to whatever communication you want to give to people. It is fine. Just like the video wanted to give Anazo money, he was specific $5,000. So for an individual, you can do it. But for a ministry, I believe it is even safe for them to even hide those amounts, especially since this is not even a formal visit. This is just one of those things to still remind people, because when you listen to Honorable Ifagumachi, he said they are preparing a proper way of celebrating them. So this is just one of those things that, we remember this man is there, let's go. This is just like coming to knock on your door to say hello. That is how I see this. So there's no need for you to make a fuss out of it. And there are other veterans who are also like Agya Nimoh, who are there. It's Agya Nimoh 50,000. Then make sure that you have 50,000 for everybody that will call you. And this Agya Nimoh 50,000 now come will be 20,000. You just set yourself up for people to come and just hang you for nothing.
But it will be an word too.
Oh, I know. Yeah. But at the end of the day, say you na who choose a problem in you. Say ni obey to me na obey. But if care is not taken, you come Agya Nimoh 50,000. Or china ko hu assume say na command 20,000. Mind you, now they will determine their worth to you and compare it to the other person you want to give 50,000. And one here, Sanchile Munu, unya that, like you may not even have an understanding to it.
Okay.
Until me, I am okay with the story. And I am okay also with the fact that they did not go there to do 50,000, 100,000, whatever. That's cool.
But when they go to churches, they are able to say we are giving
because they want that one.
Why are they not looking for that one as well?
The church, they will not.
I suspect they did not give something appreciable.
Oh, but they said they are preparing a proper celebration.
It's what celebration?
So
they said it. They don't know when the man will go. So what celebration again?
So said
and now what do they all man the pine? Why am I?
Said the man be the. Just go ni more there. Better one no boy near there. I know na a modest envelope. Better one is not expensive.
Chemo.
Yeah.
How did you also receive the story?
Well, I think it's a good one. I mean, for me, I think it's okay. The other thing that I don't really know much about Agya Nimoh's financial condition or whatever right now, but what he has done and being not just being a musician but also in academia working for so long, I don't think he will lack money or resources to take care of himself. That's the first thing, because for if nothing at all, he worked for 2 universities in America.
Okay.
And after working for a university in America for a appreciable
number of years,
he will get good retirement package to live on. Okay. And if you take that one out, he also did a lot in Ghana here that I think he will also get something going on for him as a worker, and again based on the contribution that he has done. So for me, I don't think in terms of resources to take care of himself, he will lack it. He will be fine. So if you are going to give him money, after all, there will be others who may depend on him. Even at the time or on said that able body moving around and doing other gig and stuff, like still and go for if you give him something like this, why not? He will be able to sort some of these people out. It's not bad, and the gesture I think is a good one, because I mean they are trying to show that if you have made an impact, and we can all say without any argument here, nobody can doubt or even come up with anything to say that Agya Nimoh doesn't deserve the attention that he is getting. So for them going there, trying to give something, show appreciation of what he has done and all those things, I think it's okay. It's okay, and I'm looking forward to what will happen between Agya Nimoh and Shatta Wale. For me, I wish Shatta would do a song with him. That would be my wish. Like I will appreciate that than the other things that Shatta may do for Agya Nimoh or do with Agya Nimoh. But if he can do a song with him, it will be a massive thing for some of us.
That would be the master stroke.
Yeah.
Well, it is not over until it is over. I was expecting to hear more, I must say. I was expecting to hear more from the ministry.
Well, it is understandable.
I was expecting to hear more because I know Mahama's concern for creative arts and especially the aged.
Yeah.
It is not now. Even when he was in opposition.
Yeah.
He was doing
something
through this guy, Mr. Beautiful.
Mr. Beautiful, yeah.
He will give monies to Mr. Beautiful to go and give to some of
those people. Yeah.
They go and they mention it too. Oh, Mahama's here for 50,000.
Agya Nimoh. Like me, I get what you are saying. But you see, Agya Nimoh is not like those people that
command 50,000 a body.
You know. What share Agya Nimoh standard?
You man 50,000.
So what you are saying is true. What they are giving, they can't mention it because of Agya
Nimoh standard.
But you will be fufra.
But the standard at the moment is not really a matter of concern, because looking at him, he's old, he's inactive, he's not working. So every penny means a lot.
Something, yes.
At the time that if he was actively working, they say, or there's a call by a man $100,000, but now he's down.
But you see, the fact that he's also down doesn't mean that he doesn't have people who are taking care of him. Yeah,
no, especially working in academia for so long. I think he's on a retirement package.
Exactly.
He's not like Obia now a musician kwa keke. Obonyum sa na wako retirement to any other income coming, because our musicians here, they don't have retirement benefit. But Agya Nimoh, being a lecturer for Washington University and I think California, university in California, and all those things. Don't let's grab it for So I think it's because of his standard. And the moment me music and said that in Hong Kong. That's why they didn't mention the amount.
Well, it's all good. Let's look forward to what will be happening in the coming weeks as Shatta movement also prepares to go there to see him, and as in many Ghanaians are wishing, because I get calls, many calls actually, mon try mon corner papa no or some person who Shatta. Okay, yati. Every permono. Just keep your eyes on the road. On this note, we declare the weekend started and active. Thanks to Intimdo, Solomon, Chemo, Roland Amate, to the producers, Theophilus Digosh Desert, Sam Tuga, as well as Rex, for putting together the pieces for you guys to enjoy. My name is Sammy Flex. If you've not subscribed to us, this is the time. Do it and add your commentaries to the numerous topics that we discuss here. We want to know your opinion, what you think about them. Until then, be safe. Till we meet again. We hear Legon has whatever. Okay, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Bye.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.